All right. Hello, hello. It's good to see you again. I have to adjust my usual because I moved the camera a bit and also forgot that it's like a full 4 inches higher than the other monitor because I used to have this camera on the center monitor and then I got the new one.
And now,
Anyway.
Secret Horse.
Ah, it's good. You know what? I'm gonna make a quick adjustment. Hang on. Also, I think I still have my audio off on the game. Yeah, I when I usually play Vintage on my own, if it's like single player, I usually play muted. Okay, hang on. I just want to make a quick. It's fine. I think it's fine. I wanted to have it positioned so you could see if one of the cats was in the tree. I don't know if you can make it out, but like right next to my nose here is the ear of Peanut, who is sitting in the bowl, annoyed. Or no, that's Jelly. That's annoyed because the toy's in her face. Anyway, I hope you had a lovely weekend and latter half of your last week. Um, I caught wind of a new depressive episode coming on last week, and I decided, you know what? Just gonna take a break. My energy wasn't great. I was in a rough mood. And now that I have had that time for myself, I feel decent. Decent enough to show my face. Which, it sounds really sad. I'm like, no, I'm great. I'm doing fine. I actually wrote down a list of the things I worked on since last time. But right, not in here. The biggest one, obviously, is this new building that I walked out of. And it's a sort of combination cellar and cooking area. I wanted to have some space for cooking and also for bulk storage for food and butchering stuff. And so I want to have this upper floor here with like some hanging jars along the side for things like grain and soybeans and things like that. I was going to make some space in the back over here to have our corn and our pulverizer, and I was gonna like run an axle through the roof and have it like sealed off. I don't think I'm gonna do that though, because I don't have space to put my skinning hooks anywhere, and honestly, I don't think I like the idea of machinery inside of a cellar anyway. Also, I spent probably an hour on trying to chisel out these really cool pillars for the lights here. Um, I think they're kind of neat. I like them. I had a lot of fun doing it. But yeah, let's go through the list of stuff. Of course, there's this. It's pretty big. It's like a 14 by 14. Well, with the walls at 16 by 16 and like 10 blocks tall building. And I intend for it to replace our cooking and cellar area here entirely. Also, yeah, pretty obvious. I worked on bees. I picked up the bees that we worked on last time. Updated the crops area, the crop fields a little bit. I actually want to work on some greenhouses today while we're at it. But I figured if I'm constantly running here along this side of the lake regularly, I don't want a building blocking this way. I wanted something nice before when I built this so that I could like look out over the lake while I was cooking. I don't really need that. I think I'm fine. You know what? I'm gonna go sleep so we can actually see what the hell's going on. At some point, I'd like to work on an actual house, but that can certainly wait at least a little bit. Also, we are almost halfway through. Oh, I didn't sleep enough. Right. We're almost halfway through August, so the days are actually getting a little bit shorter, and I have to wake up later in the morning for sunrise. Whereas before I could get up at like 4 and it was bright. But I got the bees going. I have started feeding both the goats and the chickens so we can start getting animal products as we go into autumn. The goats have been pregnant for some... a baby! Which means I can milk the adults. Maybe. It's a really small chance on Generation Zero, but it's still worth a shot. Trying a couple times a day until you actually get something out of it. It's also going to be particularly hard when it's not bighorn sheep that tend to just sit still and let you do whatever. These guys are going to be moving constantly, so just trying to get them into a corner is probably the way to go. Okay, so... Hey! Well, it was standing still, but... Yeah, I don't think this is going anywhere right now. Because I can't... Okay, I think both of them are too stressed. Yeah, okay. So we'll come back. And then for the chickens, I'd like to get eggs. Because I would like to start working on my soon-to-be signature bone muffins. Oh my gosh, I need to adjust the bloom on my mic. I need to work on my signature bone muffins, which are muffins made with plain gelatin and bone broth. Oh gosh. We have now a very large variety of chickens hatching. I'm not super interested in getting these to Generation 10. I mostly just want a lot of chickens so that I can get to, I can get a large number of eggs. Because those are actually pretty handy. On top of using them for meals, just, you know, straight up and making bread, you can glass them too. And I had started to here, but I didn't realize it took 28 days. Because I didn't check first. Also, in my time off, I actually started sealing off some crocks of food. These are salads made with deluxe spelt balls. Basically, you can bread something with flour and spelt and like a syrup of some kind, or any grain, honestly. And it could be like a chopped vegetable, it could be rice, it can be like a meat nugget or smashed meat. You can fry it up and then cover it in something else, like another syrup. And you can actually put them in salads, which means that I can get all 4 of the main food groups I eat, because I don't have cheese yet, in here. Since you can put cheese in salads too, you can technically get all 5 food groups out of this food. It's a shame that it's bugged and the name just kind of spells out its entire ID, but it's still food. It's really good, very filling. I've got some in a bowl here. And one whole serving does miracles. It's fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna pick up our meat stuff, since we don't have anything stored away right now. I've got blood. I could make soup for that. Deep fried, deep fried, deep fried, deep fried banana cake by Pizza Burger. Exactly. That is one of the funny things when you're making stuff that's not Ooh, wait, hang on. Can I make yeast starter with dried berries? Oh, you have to use dried berries. So I think we could get started on that today. When you're using expanded foods, it tacks in all of the ingredients you use, which gets that one meme that's like depression, despair, and the essence of hopelessness or whatever that I posted in the Discord. Um, but you can use yeast starter and oil and all sorts of stuff. Also, apologies, I think I am getting sick again. So if I end up like clearing my throat a bunch today, sorry about that. Not much I can do about it other than staying heavily medicated. I'm hoping that it is just something mild or maybe just really severe allergies and not the second coming of the strep throat I had earlier this year. That would be absolutely horrible. I would feel so terrible if that came back because I literally had to go to the hospital about it last time. That was also because we were having an ice storm. So, no, it's not quite that serious, but still mildly concerning. Okay. So we've got our hooks here. This is fine. I don't need more ice for the freezer just yet. We can put the fruit here. I think. All right, let's go and close that. It's no good if it's open. Let's go ahead and just move the coolers over. Or actually, we can do some of the more like mundane storage stuff. I am gonna have to move the eggs. I'm gonna have to carry the eggs by hand though. Okay. That's 3 there. We can do 3 there. Put the barrel of blood in the corner. I almost want to put the fruit cooler over here since I'll be using it a lot for mixing, but over here's all right. And I'd like some more of these flour sacks too. But they are a little expensive. You know what? No, that's fine. Just leave the front facing there. What else? Let's get the butcher bag. We can put that over here, I think. I think that's fine. I'm probably not going to need more than a couple of those. And I've got plenty of leather if I want to make more now. Let's grab our glassed eggs because they're not done yet. You want to put these upstairs or downstairs? We'll do over here. I still haven't figured out where I want to put tons for brain. Tons for wine. But I may end up just not doing it. I may just do a wall of barrels like what we've already got in storage right now. Let's go ahead and get the fruit press moved. I could probably move more than one of these. That better not be in mine. Okay, that came from on top of the hill. I was like, this whole place is lit, and I worked specifically to make sure the entire place was spawn-proof. What the fuck do you mean there's a shiver? No, it probably is in a little pit on top of the hill. Or it's in the cave under the hill. Oh, speaking of caving, something I didn't talk about. I made armor. I had a bajillion iron ingots, and I was like, fuck it, we'll make armor. Also went ahead and finished the iron anvil because I needed to make a meteoric iron knife. Because, and this story's going to keep going, there's a luxury trader to the south by a big tower I raided with my brand new armor. And he wanted to trade me a map to some far off place for a meteoric iron knife. There are X's on the edges of my map because we have 4 locations we can go to. There are the Resonance Archives, which are the first story point that I've literally never done by myself. Off to the west is the Crossroads, which is supposed to be some kind of tomb of some sort. That was the thing we needed the knife for. The coal mine is from a map I found and then tossed from a ruin I encountered out here to the south. I was trying to look for chromite and then I got distracted. And then finally, for 10 years, that same merchant sold me a map to a place called the Forlorn Hope Tower. So that brand new armor I built is going to be really handy. Also, during that journey, I finally found a region with bauxite, so we can finally make steel. And in the process of that, we can also do refractory kiln bricks for our beehive kiln. And I think at least starting the bricks is what I want to do today. I want to move some of the stuff from the cellar over. And then work on that. Let me grab a handful of stuff. I don't think we need the charcoal. Also, I want to harvest that honey soon. Because the more lanterns I have on hand, I would like to just go caving. I've been buying all of my... words are failing me. I've been buying all of my fertilizers thus far. And I've actually used a stack of saltpeter that I bought from one of the commodities merchants. So we have the saltpeter currently running on a new batch of rice that is growing and should grow pretty quickly. I'm hoping it will finish before October. We're halfway through August and it's in stage 2. And it takes about a little over 2 months. I also threw some bone meal on these onions in the hope that they will finish sooner. And I'm going to be leaving these 2 plots empty for now because near the end of the month, once it's finally cool enough, I want to start planting our cabbages. And once it gets a lot cooler, I can start planting turnips. Turnips have a very short turnaround period. It's just 30 days. And I've also got some parsnips, not a lot of parsnips, and some rye that I can also grow as it gets cooler. And having the greenhouses will also allow me to grow some of the more cold-sensitive crops I've got. Like more rice if I really wanted to. But mostly the onions and maybe getting more flax going would be nice too. Anyway, I need to grab another bucket. Really, I should be putting this off for later because I have tech stuff I want to do today. I want to get some of this cellar stuff moved. But really, I'd like to get the wine sorted out too while I'm at it. So let's see, we've got honey. I'd like to make mead eventually. Alright, I do have more cranberry I'd like to put adjacent. I think I have more red currant as well, but I can organize those later. This is birch syrup. I'd like to put that over with the other syrup. This is meat broth. Probably good to put in a barrel with the meat. I also made a bajillion liters of cranberry syrup. I literally spent like 2 days out in the wild hunting down all of the cranberry bushes I could find. And just made a ton of syrup. Okay, so there's that cranberry wine, there's blueberry wine, meat broth. And then nothing on these top ones. Okay. Let's just go ahead and keep the meat stuff together. We'll do the blood too. I don't think there's much of a need to keep blood on hand for long term. So other than turning it into rot, but I think it'll be nice to have anyway. Alright, let's do the sealing jars first. Or next, rather. Okay, so how do we want to do this? About here? So that I can actually see what's in the contents of these. So we have spelt. Flax. We've got rye. We've got rice. And then we've got a ton of salt. Not bad. I wonder if I could put ice in one of those. Probably not, because they're from different mods. We'll do the easy shelf first, which is just the one with all the pies. We'll put this on the... I guess it really doesn't matter what side we put it on. I've got a bunch of jugs of this syrup, but really I only need one on hand. I made all these fruit pies, but with all my salad, I probably am not going to eat any of it. Or at least not in time. That is the problem with living alone, is... it's not... there's not a lot of incentive to make a ton of food once you've got a ton of food. And I love making tons of food. Okay, this part's gonna be annoying, because it's got a bajillion crocs in it. Alright, I'm just gonna use this as leftover storage for stuff, but here's a bunch of the maps I picked up and some of the loot left over. Also, I found my Rotten King mask that I had from the last playthrough, which is nice. I was very happy to have that again. Okay, just enough space for all that. Let's get it moved so it doesn't get close to spoiling anytime soon. Did it remove... Okay, wait, no, it didn't remove the sealing. These were not sealed to start. I gotta remember that. You have to be really careful with putting some of, putting crocs away that are sealed. Because if you have sealed crocs in place and they're not full, or like you have a sealed croc and you try to put it in a place that has another croc that is not full, it will remove the seal trying to deposit the contents into it to fill it up. And you can easily waste fat or honey or whatever you're using to do that. Oh, my keyboard's dying. I love having a wireless keyboard, but the notion that my keyboard could stop working because it's not charged is still weird to me. Anyway, that is moved. All that's left is the dried meat. The problem is if I take the meat off the rack, then it's going to start spoiling faster. So we're going to leave that there. Going to get a little bit of honey. For the hell of it. I think I may save it, though, because you can get better returns on... I swear I just saw something move over here. You can get better returns on your honeycomb by using it in a fruit press, but you need a lot to put in the fruit press. Also, that chest has rot. I found something else out. Normally, when people want to make a lot of rot really quickly in Vintage Story, they let raw dough rot, and they just make it in large amounts. They just do a ton of flax dough. Turns out, if you can handle the 7 days it takes to spoil, breadcrumbs from expanded foods also rot 1-to-1. So this here is 4 stacks of rot. And a stack of rot makes 4 terra preta. So this is 16 terra preta ready here. Once I have all the bone meal and charcoal for it. And terra preta is really good. I'm thinking I might wait on the greenhouses until I have the terra preta. I also don't want to throw all of my food away and turn it into rot into compost, because I don't know how much I'm gonna need to survive the winter when I've got 30-day winters, or 30-day months going into winters. That is a new one to me. Anyway, with that stuff moved over, and pretty much everything here but the building left. Let's actually get to what I wanted to do today. I want to work on a windmill for the pulverizer and the quern. I've started working on hoppers for the quern part, but I need to get the rest of the pieces for the frame as well, which may require me to do some logging today. We'll see. But I'll need resin, I'll need fat. Actually, probably need more fat than I've got, because I have to make another really tall windmill. Yeah, I've got 7, and I'm definitely going to need more axles than what I've got on hand here. Plus, if not today, maybe off stream. But I wanna actually clean up and make this windmill look nice. I'm so used to making windmills that are barren. They're very utilitarian. It's a ladder, an axle, a pillar, and then it's the very top. That's just the windmill rotor. And that's about it. I'm not used to making windmills that look nice. And I'd like to... Gosh, that cave down there is steep. I'd like to do something a little different. I think it'd be nice. Gosh, you can't see anything in sandstorms here. But yeah, also, I realized in the past I've made a lot of mistakes doing these because I usually do a big wheel at the top, and I've been having my my torque, or having my speed for the sake of torque out the gate. Grab the ladder, grab the ladder. But you don't actually have to do that. So then I've just got this instead at the bottom. So it's small into large, into small, into another large, into a final small. And I think we'll do that again. So wait, how many is that? It's one, so it's 2 large gears is all we need. I also need to make the rotor. I think I've got an iron plate handy. Yeah. So we've got that. I need some logs. Need my hammer, chisel. I don't think I need a saw. No, I think I do need a saw for like one thing. So hammer, chisel. I'm gonna move that before it drives me insane. I love my Helve hammer to death. I do not love the noise it constantly makes. So we're gonna make another 8-sail rotor. So I need to grab... Yeah, you need the saw for the rotor. Grab resin. And fat. Oh, and I've already got a large gear sitting around. Very nice. So then we'll do rotor, chisel, hammer, saw, resin. I need to make a regular rotor. Hang on. Yeah, I thought I needed the fat. I guess I don't need the fat. I could just press some of my flax to make flax oil. That wouldn't hurt much. But I've got the fat. I might as well use it. Okay, there's my rotor. Then the plate, resin, saw. Alright, so we've got an 8-sail rotor. I've got some... Actually, I do have linen sitting around, right? I should have like 16, 18 linen. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got enough for 2 sets of sails. I can't remember. I can remember. It's like this. That's the ticket. Nice. Okay. So we've got that going. Let's go ahead and press some more flax. And get some oil. I think 2 stacks should probably be enough. Gotta be careful not to eat my flax. I want a perfect 10 liters of oil. I also need to grab a bite to eat while this presses. I need to make a proper tannery, too. I might just make that an offshoot of this building. I don't know. Since I've got the skinning stuff in here, having a separate room with like a door, maybe over here or something, and doing a room for like dyes and hides would be nice. Okay. Also, I need to be doing this multiple times a day. Because they're only stressed for a little bit. I want to try and milk again. Like, I need to be doing this regularly while they are still able to be milked. Alright, 2 stressed. Too stressed. Yeah, like I said, I think it's like a 5%, 10% chance to get milk from a Generation 0. It's stupidly low. And then once you get up to Generation 1, it's better. I think it's Generation 3 or 4 that they stop freaking the hell out, but whatever. Oh, I was originally going to go over to just give them the flax mash to eat. Because I think the goats will have that. I mostly just don't want it. I don't think it does anything for the babies in terms of growing speed. And it's not going to do anything for the adults because they can't get pregnant for a period after they've had a kid. So there's nothing to do about that. I think now I should probably figure out where the hell I want to put this. So we've got this windmill here. I'd like another one. But where? Probably just make it really simple. Well, I might put it in the... Maybe put it here off of the old cellar. Might be nice. Because then we can bring the gear in. We gotta decide how we're gonna get the power distributed is the thing. Yeah, we could probably make use of this room. And bring the power in through the wall or through the floor. I need some spare building material so I can figure out how this is going to get set. Because the thing for the quern, it has to be powered from the bottom, and I would like to put hoppers on the sides to collect materials from it. So we'll end up having axles along here, along the side. I gotta figure out how we're gonna pipe that, how we're gonna shoot that. Where are those? I don't think I have any spare chute sections on hand. There's my hoppers. And until I get automated smithing, I still have to do all this by hand. Okay, yeah, so the hoppers apply down. So we'll want something like this. Though I'm not super certain how I'm going to get the axles to face directly up. Because I think the axles need a face to extend off of. Maybe. Let me test that. If an axle is attached to one that's on a face... Oh, okay. No, it doesn't. Actually, neither of them do. What needs faces? Is it just the angled gears, then? Strange. But if we have the chutes here, we can put... We can put our axles along the floor. Grab an angled gear. Here. And then another axle on top. And then rest the quern on top of it. Nice. And that should do what we need for that. But now I can't put the transmission in, or I can't put the pulverizer. So clearly I need to get this power branched off somewhere else. Because the problem is you can't put another... At least I don't think you can put another axle off the side, right? Yeah, it won't connect. Huh? Yeah, it's... Which doesn't make any sense to me. You'd think you could put another axle here, and you just have the... It changes the direction. But nope. Okay. You could use a large gear to transmit the power. I would really rather not. Because, well, oh, you know what? Actually, if I put this in the corner instead, if I use a large gear in the floor and put this in the corner, I could run it along the wall. And I think that might work. Because what you do is you run the power in through the side. You have your large gear here, right? So you have your axle, gear, and you branch off. Can only be attached to axles. Ah, can I do this? No. So I need... I think this building's going to have to be a little bit bigger. Because I need to do that, and then I need to have space to do a vertical axle here. And then angle gear in, like that. Because if you put the side of a quern up against a solid surface, once it's full and the items start spilling out the sides, it'll actually just delete. It just eats the items on the side, which is kind of annoying. But at least with this setup, I can also run the pulverizer. Let's do this the other way. Actually, we just do that like this. I could have a chute set up there if I wanted. But yeah, this building needs to be a little bit bigger if I want to actually get what I want done in here. Fortunately, that's not a problem, because I've got a bunch of stuff here. You know what? Actually, I want to test something. I said before that the meat racks, you can't put the dried meats back on them. I need to test that. Hang on. Rack? Yeah, you can't. Okay, so these meat racks are on a timer, but I just want these out of here. I just want to put them in the cellar. We could probably do some cooking later in the stream, or I'll just do it afterwards. I can show off a little bit how the salad stuff works. Oh, I've got meat racks that don't match. What? I didn't realize I had oak meat racks. Man. That's not a problem. No one's gonna notice but me. Did I mean for these to be like this? I guess. That doesn't seem right. I thought I had more clearance than this. Oh, I did, but then I changed where the slabs were going to go. I had these slabs on the bottom half of this block before, but it didn't work because you couldn't put the storage vessels on them. I may end up having to do a little bit of renovation here, because what I'd like is something more like... not that. More like this. And then you have your racks here, which for some reason don't place how I think they're going to. So you don't have to crouch to get under them. And so you have ready access to them here. But that's not the case here. But the problem is also doing this makes it a little bit cramped right against these shelves. That's probably tolerable. May have to go in and fiddle with this some more, but I kind of just want to get these in place where I wanted them to go originally. Although now that I look at it, I kind of wanted this. I kind of wanted this on the meat side. But I've already done the building here now. Yeah, so it looks something more like this. I like the look of this more, especially with how this sits with the pots now. Oh, and I can't put the bush meat in the meat freezer, sadly. So can't double up on the storage options. It'll be fine. Wait a second. Why did that stack to... Oh, no, there's the two. I was like... Yeah, you can see there. Those 4 were pine. Those are oak. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's fine. Urgh. Anyway. Let's grab some food, some grub. So we pressed our flax. This should be useful enough to make our axles. But I am going to need to do some logging, because I'm out of pine, I think. Just about out of oak. I'm actually using the crate that the maple was in for something else. Just need more logs. Also, I need this stuff the hell out of my way. I'll leave the structure until I think it really needs to go somewhere. Also, these maples need to stay here. I'm going to be using them come winter for maple syrup. Because I'm nearly out of birch syrup, and since I won't be able to get berries in the winter without traveling very far south, this will be my next best bet for keeping syrup production going during winter. I'll work on spiles for these, just getting some tree taps, but not my priority right now. I have several months until that begins. Because I don't think you can get sap, or you can't get sap from these until, what, December? Maple sap can be collected in January, February, and March. Okay. Yeah, I just planted all these trees out here for the sake of logging, so I don't have to go farther out in the forest to the northeast. Oh, I didn't get any pine cones. That's fine. Oh, I suppose I should bring some feed for the hens, shouldn't I? Fortunately, I've got some of that sitting around here. Let's also get more hen boxes in there. I love not having to mess with the doors every time I want to come out here. Very handy. And yet again, I'm going to try milking. Of course, you can't even make cheese until you have, I think, 25 liters of milk. So I have to succeed on this chance at least 3 times. And even then, you only get 4 servings of cheese. Like, cheese making is for the birds, dude. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Sit. Oh my god, sit still. Ah, no dice. I'm also wondering if them constantly hopping around and breaking the ewes, I'm wondering if repeatedly trying to milk them actually just makes it so you can't get any. I don't know. Not entirely informed on how husbandry in this game works, because husbandry in this game kind of sucks, if I'm being completely honest. Like, it's not that it's bad, it's just such a long-term task for what feels like so little payoff. Eggs, great. Extra meat, cool. You want to make cheese? What the fuck? It's so time consuming, man. Anyway, let's make some more axles. I think this is how we do this. Chisel hammer. Yeah, there we go. That should be plenty. Now, how are we hooking this up? That's right. We run this through a wall. Okay. So then can axle. I don't have any axles. Or I don't have any angled gears, rather. Let's grab our fat. Use the flax oil first. Resin. Chisel. Oh, yeah, you do need the saw to make the angled gears. Glad I kept that. Okay, so one for this. Then another coming out. Yeah, 4 should be fine for now. Hi, Hannah. I hope you're doing well. I missed you while I was off on my mental health break. I'm glad to see you. Oh, you know what I didn't hit? I didn't hit the button to turn the Chaos Mode redeem on. I was supposed to do that after my break, but I got another break coming up anyway. Ah! It's probably not going to get any use this stream anyway. I would really rather not have these axles sitting on that. There we go. That's preferable. Cat whales. Okay, I need some cobble. Gosh, my inventory is too full. Do I make claystone cobble, or do I try to do... I could do...
And now, Secret Horse.
Had a good day. Good, I'm glad to hear. Do I have any granite stone saved up? I have 24 granite stone. That does not help. I may just make this out of clay stone, just because it's the material I have so much of right now. Because the thing is, right, I need to get up to height to put stuff down. I can't remember how tall that is. I want to say it's 170, 180. I'll probably just do 180 and call it good. Mother's left for Gerbia, now she wails. Oh, poor thing. I hear sun curls and I feel like a grandma. You live such an interesting life. You make such interesting choices, and I'm not saying that facetiously. It's just like I don't know anyone who can say the same. Maybe I should put my hair in sock curls. Ah! Fuck, 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 fuck. Ha! I'm good. I'm okay. I'm good. We're good. We're recovered. I'm awake now. I was very sleepy before stream. I'm usually very sleepy during my normal episodes. Gosh. Okay. Well, now that that is over, let's get back up and work on the axles. Oh, well, when I did have hair, I didn't need anything like curling, so maybe not. It was starting to straighten as I got older. I never really figured out why. I didn't know if it was just the chronic stress and depression, or if it was like something hormonal or what. I don't know why, but it was, my hair used to be really curly. I had an afro for the longest time. Um and that is not the case anymore. Oh, I didn't mean to use up all my fat like that. I wanted to use the flax oil. Gravity? Well, that's the thing, is I eventually I cut it all. I cut it all off, and it didn't stay curly. Like, I had really short hair for a long time. I'll send you my last professional portrait picture I got for like LinkedIn stuff. Back when I was still at the EAC. That was honestly the best my hair ever looked. It looked so damn good. And then around the time I got into grad school, well, one, my hairline was receding pretty bad by that point, and it just straightened out and never went back. And eventually, I think it was like 2022, 2023, I decided I just had enough of, bemoaning my lost hair, and I was like, fuck it. And I shaved it all off like my dad, and I actually really like it shaved now. I need some more axles. Because I need enough for the rotor here. Where's my hammer? There it is. Silk press. Who knows? It's a different time. No, at one point I realized I was less interested in having my hair back to the way it used to be because I wanted the hair. I wanted the hair back because it felt like part of my identity, and not having the hair made me feel like less of a person. And that was the point when I realized I didn't need it anymore. Because I didn't want something as paltry as my hair having that kind of emotion power over my emotional response. Maybe it's Thursday for a reason. Maybe let me make sure my boss isn't making yet another meeting at like 12:30, and I'll get back to you on that. There's a lot of great places around here to grab lunch. All right, it's working. I kind of need more sales. unfortunately. I forgot that doing 8 is just one batch. That one's got 16. This has 8. The second I hook this up to anything, it's gonna struggle. But that's okay. It can struggle. It'll be fine. Is our old content? You missed the life you had when we were doing the content. Yeah. I think about that a lot. I've been watching Markiplier more and more in recent years, and for one, his sense of humor back when I was way younger is just not to my taste anymore. You know what? Can I do this without an axle, actually? No, I did test that. Never mind. I did test that. Like, I went back and I listened to, there's like one sketch he does on American history, and I'm just like, gosh, I actually really don't like this. This is not that funny as I remember it used to be. Or at the very least, maybe I've gotten soft. I don't find offensive stuff as funny as I used to. But either way, yeah, no, I don't like the ever encroaching advance of time. It makes me feel things. It's not true. It's not that I don't like it. It's that it's as a person, it is difficult to accept. A very human thing, and it is difficult to handle at times. Well, hey, I've got an automated quern running. Let's see if we can get the pulverizer running. There we go. Percy Jackson looks to use the R slur to a local monster for. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, that wouldn't really fly with me now anymore. Written to that stuff. Gosh, no, you didn't have to say that. Why'd you gotta go and say that? To 2007. It's like, no, it wasn't 2007. It was. Wait a second. Huh? What is this? 3 blocks tall? What? Hey, nope. Damn it. No, this isn't 3 blocks tall. Why? What the hell? Let me put the damn thing down. Well, and now I have to put it down the other orientation. Damn it. Oh, well, with another block on top of it, you dingus. What? What are you talking about? What block is in the way? What? Really? Okay, wait. Hold your horse. Your horse needs to be held. I can put the block back on top of it, but I can't place it with the spot obscured. Really? What the hell? Oh, sure. It was a time. That's for certain. Okay. So now I need the pulverizer toggle. I need the whatchamacallits. And then I think I can use a chute to put stuff in here. Maybe. You know, sometimes I think about the different internet eras I've been in. And I can't bring myself to be mad about like the really cringy shit that new generations say. Cuz like I grew up next to Scene Kids and I Can Has Cheeseburger and I'm like, you you don't have any sense of awareness, do you? You went through and you are the exact thing you're complaining about now. Like, buddy, pal, come on. It's okay. No one's judging you any more than they were before. It's okay. It's okay to be cringe. That's the whole thing. We spent our whole lives getting bullied for shit. And now it's cool to be cringe. Well, no, it's cool to be cringe in being yourself. It's still cringe to be cringe. I still remember when we said cringe-worthy, but I don't make a big deal about that specific term anymore. Like, it bugs the hell out of me, but... Tail clipped to her skirt. Oh my gosh. Remember when there was a time that, like, some kids used to get made fun of for, like, being super into anime? And now, if you don't watch anime, you're boring. Like, it's the expectation at this point. Gosh. I can't even be mad about it, though. It's good. It's what we wanted. This is what we wanted. There's nothing to be mad about anymore. There is no need to be upset. Actually, I am not going to get started on another project just yet. I am going to take a quick break and also break the corner of this building down just a smidge. Oh yeah, this will be nice. Oh, we don't want that there, because I gotta get the stuff with the chutes. Also, I'm out of diamond pattern blocks. I need to get some more of those. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break. So I will be back in just a few minutes. We'll take a break outside. I don't have any rifts. There's no danger from sitting outside. I'm sure there won't be a temporal storm warning while I'm outside. Shit, during the time off from stream, while I was taking my mental health break, I had like two temporal storms. So what more is the human before you develop a complex? I'll see you all in a little bit. Thank you for sticking around. Feel free to mute your tab, change your tab, whatever you gotta do. I don't give a shit about ad revenue. Hang on. Where's the button? Where's my button? Gosh, all my stuff's in the wrong place. See you all in a little bit. All right, we're back. Hiya, Flint. I hope you're doing well. Me, I'm holding up. I took a break for a few days for my mental health, and it was pretty nice, I'd say. It was very important and very helpful. Right now, we're working on I gotta get some more building material. But I'm working on a building for automated corn and, do I want to bring this up a block? I probably won't bring this up a block. Corn and pulverizer work. So that I can get stuff ground and pulverized as needed without much headache. And I don't have to be present for it. Oh, but if I put this high up, I can't... Oh, there's my temporal storm warning. No, actually, it's not even create mod. This is base game stuff. This predated the create mod. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so it's a medium temporal storm. Oh, and I don't want this here. I want these a block lower. I am going to need to raise the ceiling here. So you know what? Let's grab... Okay, there's a diamond. I need the mortar. I need my chisel. I need the ashlar blocks. There's my mortar. Ah! Wait, how'd you... Damn it, did the achievement thing break again? What the fuck? Because the thing is, it's supposed to require text, and it breaks if it doesn't require text. The redeem updated again. I guarantee you, I'm going to look in here, and suddenly the achievement redeem does not require text. It doesn't. What the fuck? I didn't change anything about it. Why did it break? Why? Like, I'm getting worked up over this, but like... Yeah, see, it works. But when it doesn't have the forced required, the plugin breaks. That's weird. It works now. It's fine. I'll let it go. It's fine. Mildly bugs me. Where's my ashlar block crate? Do we even have any ashlar blocks left? I don't! I have to do more quarrying. Son of a bitch. It's turning out to be one of those days. I do have a brand new set of splitter plugs, though, so I can do much larger chunks. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. We'll do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 2, 4, 6. Like, it mildly annoys me because I've gotten it working just fine already. And when it doesn't work, I don't get why. What am I gonna do during the storm? I guess more clay forming. I need to make more fire clay for... Oh, you know what? No. I won't sit inside and do clay forming. I've got armor. I can go out and fight shit. And use my brand new salad stuff to... keep myself topped off. But before that, I have to grab a wedge chisel and get my ashlar. But I don't need to go fight shit yet. I'm gonna work on my nice, lovely base for... Ah! My hammer broke. Piece of shit. Son of a bitch. Ass. Piece of... Ah! Yeah, I'm sure that'll work. Yeah, I made these tools so long ago. They're still just tin bronze with sticks. Came back to the sound of frantic carbonation. What? Carbonation? Is my, like, mic staticky or something? Oh, are you talking about, like, this, the little plopping sound of me picking stuff up? Oh, yeah, no, I was picking up a bunch of blocks. I'm doing more building blocks for, the, I guess the processing building? I don't know what to call it. Yeah, and you can't pick everything up at once. So if I drop a bunch of stuff at once... Sprite, okay, I see. I get you. Let's just go ahead and cover this, I think. I don't really need this to not be covered. And I can put storage space. But I need the ceiling brought up a block, though. That way I have space to actually put the stuff I want to grind away. Very cool. Now, I'm pretty sure I can feed the pulverizer from the side. And that should work. Why is this not moving? Oh, because I didn't put an I didn't put an angled gear on it. Oh, and I'm out of logs. There we go. So then we can scoot this here. There we go. Now, without more sails, this is going to be really, really slow. Unless I break axles for these. But I can break axles for them, and that'll be fine. It'll be a temporary solution. Now, vanilla mechanical power in Vintage Story does feature a... there's a transmission system where you can toggle things on and off. You cannot use that with the modded mills I'm using now, Millwright mills, because if you do, you'll actually just break the mill. The rotor will stop working correctly, and you have to break the entire thing down for it to work correctly again. It's very frustrating. I don't know what causes it. I'm not a huge fan. But it's tolerable. Also, the building's got a little more character now, so I do want to just keep this here. I think it would be nice to have windows on the side, though. Show some of the stuff actually operating inside. So what we can do is we'll scoot the door over, make some space for more windows. Where's my diamond? There's my diamond. Put that down, and we need 10? I don't even know if I have 10 panes left. I have 11. Very nice. I scavenged these off of that ruin from before. But I can make more. I've got lead on hand. I'd rather save the lead to make molybdecalcos lanterns, honestly, but it's fine for now. We're okay. Still kind of want to use this space for something, but I still need to be able to run through. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go along. I gotta focus on what I'm doing now, or I'm not gonna finish it. Also gotta decide if I'm doing a long stream today or not. I did some voice recording. I wanted to get to doing B-roll recording too. Okay, I need a toggle, and then I need the pulverizer arms. I'm also gonna need some copper plate. We'll probably just go ahead and turn all these into plates for shoots. Let's see, toggle. It has to be some plate that's above copper, I'm assuming. That's fine. I've got an extra iron plate on hand. Chisel, axle, hammer. There we go. And then the pulverizer pounder takes 3 logs apiece. I do not have that many logs. Well, I do. I'm saving those birch to make more crates. You know, I put my personal lantern on the smithy, but I think that looks fine the way it's lit. Now that there are lights on the inside. Also, something of note, the lanterns in the cellar and cooking area all have gold plate in them. I did a bunch of mining out to the southeast, and you can't tell very easily, but there's little like pock marks through all of this. I went through and instead of lighting up that giant quartz vein, I just kept poking holes through the ceiling so daylight would come through, and I just go to that mine during the day so that stuff doesn't spawn inside of it. Because it's close to the surface. It's not that bad. It works. It's a little lazy, but it works. Oh, let's grab eggs while we're at it. Grab eggs and see if we can milk the goats at all. Okay. Would you stop running in front of her? I'm trying to milk her, you dumb ass. Move. Oh my god, sit still. This is really just kind of a... Oh my god, you dumbass, would you... Ah! If I didn't need you, I'd just fucking kill you. Fuck it. I'm not gonna bother milking those. That's such a headache, and it's just gonna annoy me every time I go back. I'll wait for future generations. Once the babies are grown, I can do away with the adults, and it'll get better with time. Okay, got my logs. Let's make our pulverizers. Got the caps already made. Oh! Okay. I was hoping I'd have a little more time than that. I would really like to put stuff away. I'd also like it to be daylight out. That would be nice. Alright, well, guess we're not working on this for the moment, because I want to fight stuff. I'm going to sleep as long as it'll let me, and then we'll get through the storm. Yeah, immediately back up. Okay. Lantern on. I need to grab some more food. Alright, fuckers. Oh, there's no sense in me, crouching, because I don't have my shield on me. Oh, there's a lot of knockback. Also have to be mindful of my food, because I've got meat shield, so taking damage means that, I am going to be, losing a lot of hunger instead of health. Oh, that was a nightmare shiver. That's why it was hitting. That's a deep split shiver. That's really bad. Those are tier 4, like... Those... I can't knock those back very easy. I don't remember these guys flickering nearly this badly before. Now, hopefully, my cellar should not... I've got shit in my cellar. It's just one Bowtorn, but still not good. Well, I should probably be drunk for this, too, so I get the health regen. What's in here? Nothing now. Where's all my wine? There we go. Yeah, I just need to be brick-faced for this. Which is definitely going to help with my aim. Fuck it. I'll harvest when we're done. Also, something else I would like to work on, but obviously I'm not going to get to it right now. I would like to get a boiler up to make some aqua vitae out of some of the wine that I've got saved up. And with that, I can start doing potion brewing. Alright, I gotta go pick up some loot from all that fighting I did a second ago. If it didn't despawn already. Ow! Bitch! Ah! Getting shot. Those are nightmare stuff. Those are hurt. I really wish they didn't flicker so badly. It makes my damn eyes hurt. Also, I guess I could put my shield on instead of my lantern now. Get some passive blocking off. Get some active blocking off too. Oh, do we have Dave? Do I have my render distance high enough to see Dave? It needs to be 384. Where's Dave? Dave! I'm your champion! Ouch! Well, I would be if I weren't getting my ass handed to me. I need to go eat. Ouch. I'm feeling woozy. Gotta eat my salad. And have some more wine. Of course, I gotta be careful about getting too intoxicated, too. Damage reduction and health regen are great, but if I drink too much, I'll actually just start taking damage. Don't jump through me, you asshole. Yeah, once you actually have armor, these swarms aren't so bad. But the fact that I keep getting Deep Split and Nightmare Shivers that deal tier 4 damage, they would basically one-shot me without any armor. Like, I was getting my ass handed to me from the very start of this. And there was a reason why I was sitting inside constantly, because even medium storms just have really brutal spawn rates. Like light storms, not so bad. Medium storms, oddly difficult. Heavy storms are just untenable on your own. Unless you have like steel armor and like the top tier tools, in my opinion. I'm also not great at combat, if that wasn't already apparent. So, you know, there's certainly some room for exceptions. Hey, don't you drop on me, you asshole. Of course, I also don't think you're really meant to be going out and fighting in these, but I like doing it. It's just, it's dangerous. I'm not gonna lie, after I killed most of the stuff that spawned immediately, I kind of expected more harassment. But no, now I'm just drunk and sitting in the storm waiting for stuff to spawn. Hey, I saw you. Fortunately, the low-tier stuff, now that I've got iron armor and iron tools, the low-tier stuff just doesn't stand a chance. Now I'm being machine gunned to death. Also, I'm convinced Nightmare Bowtorn and like the other high-tier Bowtorn have like a higher chance of doing their stab when you go to hit them. Like, they react so fast. Oh, that's like... Okay, that's a corrupt shipper. That's not too bad. I'm about to start starving, though. So we're gonna go inside. I'm just gonna have a salad. I would eat an entire pie, but the salad's gonna be better for me. For staying alive. Let's have some more wine. Wine and salad. Yeah, see, because this guy's just a corrupt Bowtorn, and he didn't really react very much, but that one Nightmare one just went nuts with the stabs. Over already. I was just starting to have fun. At this rate, everything's actually just going to be despawned, and I'm going to have a normal day. Hey! Who the fuck? I think it's in my field. You're not. You're in the water. Okay. Don't worry, I can get you in there too, asshole. Oh, shit. Not when I have a shiver on me, though. Oh, yeah, you stay in there. Oh, damn, they respawn so fast. Or despawn so fast. Wow, they respawned really fast. What the hell? That was fun. I got 7 bone arrows, 19 flax fibers, 11 gears, and a temporal gear. Not bad. Bit of a headache trying to do it while drunk in the middle of all the flickering and shit, but it worked. Armor took a little bit of a beating, but given that I was killing multiple tier 4 enemies, I'd say it did its job. Okay. Now, where was I? We need to make some copper plate for chutes. What else do I need? Oh, I made the toggle. I was working on the pounders. That's right. I remember. That's my experience. 30 of 171. Man. Okay, the pounder is just hammer, chisel, and 3 logs. That'll work. So hammer, chisel, 3 logs. And we should just need to bring stuff over. Do one more plate. be enough to do, what, 2 sheet sections? Oh, wait, no. Oh, shoot. No, I have to make the shoot seconds. I'm not making plates. The plates are for hoppers. Ah, damn it. Why are you not working? Oh, it is. It just wasn't visually updating. Ah, that's a bug. Oh, whatever. Okay, so we have the output for the pulverizer here. I'll probably just run all of this into one chest. Put the pounders in, toggle in, and then we'll put the caps in. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's going to be some really rough noise pollution pretty soon. Let's make sure this works. Oh, right, you can't put chalk in that. It's got to be... do I have anything I actually need to pulverize? Ah, bauxite. I have my crate of bauxite that I actually do need. Crushed. Let's test that. And it does drop through the hopper. Good. Cool. Alright, put that away for the moment. And then I need to forge some chute sections. And unfortunately, I have to do this by hand. Enough of that. I should probably get some more copper ingots running, too. So then this will be 24 ingots? Yeah. I'm going to throw 12 pieces of charcoal in. That should be enough. I've also got the skill that tells you when a fire pit finishes cooking. So I should not have to worry about that re-solidifying anytime soon. Oh, you know what? I would have liked some copper, nails, and strips. Ah, we got nails and strips anyway. Iron's not going to kill me. I am running out of iron. Well, no, I'm not running out of iron. I've got like 2.5 crates of iron. I'm out of ingots. I need to make some more. Oh, I had the saw on me. But no, I don't need more crates. Do I need to bring this up a block? Because I don't know if I'll be able to put this where it needs to go. My main concern is for the backside. Also, I don't think this works. Oh, it does work. Okay, so you can hop her directly into the chest. And then we just use chutes. Because I think the limit's 3 or 4 chutes. So 1, 2, 3 going in there. And then 2 here. That should work. Oh, you know what a millwright does have? I could put a brake on this. Anyway, let's get those ingots worked. Making chute sections. Unfortunately, now that I've got Mastersmith, I don't have to put any exact effort into this. No, don't split. And finishing touches, so I didn't want to make this into a plate. I picked the wrong thing. Damn it. Well, that's fine. I just have 5 chute sections. Man! Damn it. And ironically enough, now I can actually make a plate out of this. No, I'm not making a plate out of it. You know what I'll make? You know what I'll do? I'll just turn the hot bits into chute sections. That's actually a really nice way of making these. Shoot, do I even need... I mean, I kind of do. I need the ingots anyway, but that works out really well. Especially since these are... they're 16. I'll just leave these as is. Or I mix them with the 40, and then they're hot enough. No, they're not hot enough. Ah! It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go do... Let's see if we've got this working. Because I'll need an elbow chute to feed into this. What's this? It's a 3-way. What do I do? Elbow chutes. Ah! I should be able to do one here. I need a wrench. Then I can do another one here. No, I need a 3-way, actually. this one, I'm gonna need more chutes. I need more chutes, and I need a wrench. And I really want to steal some of this copper so that I can just start making chute pieces by hand instead of using ingots. Let's go ahead and do an iron wrench, I guess. We're very close to doing what I need. Then I guess I do need to bring this up, don't I? Because I need... that'll work. Okay, I need you to... I can handle the corn. I need you to shut up. I need you to be quiet. The corn? I can handle. Relaxing. Did have a friend that does not like the sound of the quern constantly running, though. Too bad. No, that's not fair. I tried to keep it off for him. Me, I like it on, though. What is this patch of rice gonna finish? 4.5 hours. I sure hope so. Alright, onions are over halfway done. So they should be ready before the end of the month. Let's go look at eggs while I wait for the copper to finish. It should be done very soon. We should get the notification for it soon. Oh my gosh, you guys ate all of that feed already? Well, it's a good thing I've got the quern available, because I'm going to have to do some more grinding. Also, what is nice about having this quern, I can also replace it with a mixing bowl. So instead of having to sit and wait on, you know, a very slow mixing here, I can do meals in the mixing bowl, or I can prep things like bread in there. Also, with this oven setup, I don't have to use high heat fuels to keep the whole thing fed. I can just use seasoned firewood, which burns at a really low temperature. It's lovely stuff. I came over here for something. Got the eggs. I guess I'm just killing time until it's time to get started on the shoots. Well, I gotta pour everything first. Also, I may make some more barrels and start slaking these eggs. Or glassing these eggs, rather. This one finishes in 8 days. You can't make use of the white and yolk for glassed eggs, but you can still use it in meals. Oh, this didn't notify me because it didn't actually finish. Damn it. Whatever. Alright, let's get some of this stuff put away. Been sitting on the hanging on to 3 stacks of sticks. I gotta put them away. Put the gears up. Flax up. Ah, speaking of gears, actually, I think our commodity traders should be restocked by now. Once I have all of the ingots poured, all of the copper poured, I'll go check out the one to the east. New goods in 1 day. Damn. I don't need lime. So, linen would actually be pretty good. I've got, what, 6 at home? I don't know if I can mix linen types. I may as well just max out what you've got. At least with that, I know I can make another set of sails. And our Quern pulverizer mix can run just that much faster. Oh, you know what? You know what I didn't realize? The Helve Hammer has such a higher torque requirement than the rest. I didn't do any, like, torque speed shenanigans with this setup. It's literally just small gear to large gear to small gear again. It actually just works. Oh, that's my notification. The thing is finished. Oh, that's just a set of 4. Damn it, that's right. Ah, I forgot that's half a set for an 8 rotor sail. 8 sail rotor. Okay. We'll pour these. We will check the other trader, and then it'll be... take a break or wrap up stream. Take a break or wrap up stream. Well, I'm getting sick. I already did voice recording today. And had meetings today. I think I'm going to give my voice a rest. I may actually just wrap up here and do the checking later, because I have not had dinner yet. But this was nice. It took me a few days to get a hold of myself. I said before, 2 weeks ago, I wanted to do streaming and video recording more. And when I got into these episodes, because for those of you who weren't around for that, I have major depressive disorder. I just have periods where I'm low energy, low capacity for, either the news or something else has me down, or it could just be literally nothing at all. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And it's nothing to be guilting myself over. It is just a thing that happens. And funny enough, I forgot to make my wrench. I'll make my wrench later. Funny enough, in catching it ahead of time, because I've actually got like I've got a note card here on my desk that I wrote over the last couple weeks of signs to look out for when I think a depressive episode is coming on. I caught it early on. I recognized the signs during streams last week, and I just stepped back, took a break. And turns out I feel pretty okay. Still don't feel great, but not beating myself up for things I can't control feels pretty nice, gotta say. Who would have guessed? So I look forward to seeing you next time. I hope that next time's tomorrow. Time will tell. We'll see. I'm taking it easy. I feel good, but I have had a history of being like, oh man, I feel great. I'm going to push myself to do a bunch of really hard stuff. And then I burn myself out again. And then I get annoyed about it. Take it easy. Take it slow. See if it works. Because God willing, if I have somehow figured out my rhythm, how to handle myself for the first time in... let's see, this really started about 10 years. And I can keep myself doing low effort, low energy stuff and not feel like a sack of shit deriding myself the whole time. That'll be great. And then when I'm out of it, I'll be even better. I won't have to be recovering for once. I will just be better. My energy will be back. Anyway, that's a really long-winded outro. Thank you guys for showing up, whether you're seeing this live or in the future. I am posting VODs regularly, though now I'm really ahead of my VODs because I only had 2 from last week. I will see you next time. I hope you take care of yourselves. Give yourselves the rest you need. Eat something nice. Bye-bye.